Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the squad. If you haven't played the early access open beta today, I am going to share with you my best settings that I have used in the early access open beta to maximize or kind of potentially find the best way to make this as enjoyable as possible. There are a few settings that need some tweaking. There are a few settings that they've implemented that's new, especially if you want your game looking quite great, because it does look a little bit dull in the beginning. So there's a few settings that needs a little bit of tweaking and that you need to adjust in order to make sure that you get the best out of your gameplay. Mine is done on PS5, so this is settings for console on the PS5. And in the comments, let me know what you guys think of the beta so far. So if you did play the early access, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Me, quite really, I think it's fresh. I think it's new. I think it's something different. Everybody's got their own opinions, but let me know down in the comments, guys. And if these settings help you, make sure you get this access as quickly as possible, because the open beta will be dropping in tomorrow. So make sure that you use these settings off the go. If it's very helpful, please drop a like on the video. It's very, very much appreciated. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't as yet. We'll obviously be uploading quite a little bit more on Black Ops 6, especially when the game launches on the 25th of October. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, stay up to date, put the notifications on, and then I'm going to share my best settings with you guys on PS5 console. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. All right, boys and girls. So what happens initially once you load into the game? I think it will copy some of your settings from MW3. On the controller side of things, I know this is probably what you prefer most in regards with your aiming and your dead zone, etc. Please feel free to pause the video at any given time to pause and see exactly what settings that I'm using in regards with my aiming and the dead zones and my sensitivity, etc. I've changed my sensitivity is this ADS sensitivity transitioning training. That make sure that you set that to instant. Target aim assist, obviously we've got that on. Tactical sprint assist, I'll put that on in the movement section. So this just helps you to sprint off the go instead of waiting for it to kick in. The rest of the settings aren't that important. When you go into the intelligent movement settings, make sure you take your sprint assist delay, change that to 0, because otherwise it will have a bit of a delay before it kicks in. Your mental assist, again, this is preferential. This is what you find best. That works for you. Tap to slide, that for me worked quite well in the Omni movement. The combat isn't that important. So I'm going to run through these settings as quickly as possible, just to not make this drag out. 120 hertz, if you do have that refresh rate available, make sure you use that. Your quality, world motion blur, turn off all these blurring options. The fidelity cast, make sure you put that up to 100. It does make quite a bit of a difference in regards to your picture quality on the game. Motion reduction, I've got that set as off. Field of view 120, that's just the way that I prefer it and the way that I've been playing, even MW3. Change your first person camera movement to least, that way it won't shake your camera as much. It really, really does help, especially with your movement, etc. And that for me, guys, is basically all the settings, the important settings that I was running that I feel that really made a difference in regards to the beta, and that I felt like that's what made a difference to me in the gameplay. As obviously, of course, once you start the game up, and you need to run through these settings and find exactly what works for you in that regard. But again, if this works for you guys, please drop a like on the channel. It's really, really much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, notifications on, and I will see you guys in the open beta tomorrow morning. Peace and love, G's.